Welcome back to Bad Back Garage. On this episode, I have to do a big cleanup, and there'll also be a bit of an update on. I might do a little bit of a half-assed shed tour, I suppose, and we'll get into it. Well, as you can see, if you can see with that glare, my shed's a bit of a mess at the moment. I have a fair bit of gear in here with a few projects going on all at the same time. That's the new chassis I'm going to be using on the V8 build. It's just from one of the early episodes how I stripped the Patrol down, and that's the chassis left over. There's no rust in it, it's just a bit of surface rust, so it'll do the job. But I've had to make a bit of room in the shed to try and fit that in there, plus my workbench and the V8 down there, and another engine for another Patrol, and another project for later on. And yeah, I got toolboxes, and there's a ZD30 over there, and another engine for another project. And at the back you can see with the glare, there's another Patrol out there that I've got to do some work on. So, and I've also got this to, see if I can get a picture of it. This Patrol here to part out. It's a bit of a mess, this thing. It's got a TB45 in it. I have got it to run on brake clean, so it sounds pretty good. I'll just sell it as a long motor. But I need the auto out of it for another car that I've got to fix for someone. And this is half the reason why I'm in this. Well, one of the upgrades I'm going to be doing is getting rid of this toolbox, because I really don't like it, for one, but it sticks out too far when I've got a Patrol in here. And as you can see, there's not a lot of room to get through. And once you pull a drawer out, yeah, it's a pain in the arse. So this is my main workbench I work out of. But the plan is, to get rid of that and move this bench over to that spot because it's not as deep, and also lift it up a bit higher, so it makes it a bit nicer to work on. And then move these cupboards over to this, next to this cupboard, and then I've got a couple of just my, if you can see those toolboxes over there, I've got another two more of those. I just like them because they're cheap, they work, and two of them will be all I need. And then this Milwaukee will get retired to being my 12 volt Suppose toolbox, as that my 12 volt one's pretty full. I'll probably have that on top of the other boxes and some other toolboxes to try and make up some room. I've just got too much crap, all my Ryobi stuff and Hitachi, and I think I've got some Milwaukee floating around and Tool Pro, and I just use a bit of everything. If it's cheap and I don't use it often, I'll go Ryobi. The Tool Pro 12 volt stuff's been awesome. It's dirt cheap, and it performs pretty well. The batteries are cheap, nothing breaks on them, so they've been pretty good so far. And obviously use the Milwaukee for the heavy duty stuff. I do have a Ryobi one, but they just don't pull out the power that the Milwaukee do. But yeah, I've got to then move. Sorry, it's going to be all over the place, but these three cabinets here, they've got all my chemicals in them. So I'll put them, they'll be moved over to where these Ryobi ones are. And I've got on this wall here, I've got a big storage rack getting made by my next door neighbour. He loves working with wood, so yeah, he's going to get that sorted for me. All the Ryobi tools will then go in this section through here, and I've got a big Vacuum cleaner that's always in the way, so I'm going to stick that underneath it. There's a power point down low for it, so I don't really need that big fridge that I've got there in here. I only need a small one just to keep a few drinks in it. But yeah, and that fridge died, so it sort of works. It doesn't keep things cold, but nothing's warm in there. But as you can see, it is a bit of a mess at the moment. All this is just all spare parts like nuts and bolts and consumable stuff. All the middle ones are all on patrol, nuts and bolts, and then I've still got to sort all these boxes out. There's, if I can get this to, Jesus. Yeah, I got all these boxes here that I need to go through and put stuff in them, and I've got boxes and boxes of stuff I need to sort out. Got this new gimbal's crap. I just use this rack for whatever project I'm working on, which at the moment it's not the patrol. I will be doing an episode. No, I think it might be the next episode after this one. Might be a car that I showed in my very first episode. I've got to do a little bit of work to it, like put a new fuel filter and reg in it, and I don't know if you know those panels, you might know the car I'm talking about if you see my first episode. It just needs a little bit of work. I've got to do a power steering delete to it and just a few other little mods. Get that back on the road so I can cruise it again. But yeah, I need to get all that red toolbox straight through there is my 12 volt box, so all that'll be going in the Milwaukee one. Little mobile workbench for pulling it gearboxes down and that on, so I've got to make room for that. Not sure I'm going to do that big workbench, if I'm going to put it out the back or keep it under here. I just got to work out how much room I'm going to have left once I tidy this up. The main thing I'm going to be changing is, I'll stand back here, I'm going to be putting a mezzanine floor right across 8 metre span, and it's going to be right out to that door, so it'll be 4.3 by 8 metres, just for storage. I do have a lot of crap, like way too much, and a lot of it's going to be going as I bring it over from under the house. But I need to keep things for projects that are upcoming, so I've been storing parts for years as I get them, because the one under the cover is quite a hard car to get parts for. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, the main thing is the big mezzanine. I might show some of that going up if people are interested. This whole section I've got to rip out, so I'll probably show doing that, because I don't know, people might be interested in that. They're not going to show anything on this patrol getting parted. I've got a mate coming out to help me over the next couple of days. We're just going to strip this down and get rid of it, because yeah, it's crap. The body's stuffed, interior's stuffed, the chassis stuffed, but it's still got it's even got yeah, it's had a bit of a hit there and it's bent the diff and everything, so she's knackered. Yeah, this probably only be a bit of a short episode too, because don't really have a lot going. Well, I have a lot going on, just not doing a lot at this stage right now. Well, might even do a bit of a clean up actually and move some stuff around. And then once I move it around, I can show you a little bit more of what's in this shed. So it's not that exciting. It's just a lot of crap, but I worked hard to get it all, and it's taken me a long time to get all the tools and that I've got in here. So I'm happy with what I've got. Like, I'm proud of what I've done and what I've achieved over the years. So, especially not being a mechanic or anything like that, I'm only a backyard hack, pretending to know what I do, or pretending to know what I know. Yeah, I have no clue, to be honest. I just plod along every day and just make shit up as I go along. It's the easiest way to do it. Oh, these are that black toolbox there. If I can squish shit. Jesus. That's what I need to clean up. Yeah, these are sort of my, oops, wrong way. These are my go-to toolboxes. As I said, they're nice and cheap. Generally they're under $400 when they're on sale, so I just buy them when they come on sale, except this one I didn't. I missed out by a week, and yeah, that hurt a bit, but it is what it is. I only needed one more because I have another one out there that I can use for my 2 boxes and see my full, that's all my GU parts department out there. So yeah, that's what I do now, just to keep myself busy and make a few dollars. And that's why that V8 patrol's probably, it's going to be put on hold for a little bit, because I had a pretty busy week selling a few parts, and sort of goes, I find that when I start selling parts, it goes pretty quick. A lot of stuff will just disappear and then just goes dry for a bit, and then it just all of a sudden flat out again. So I do have another couple more patrols outside that will be coming up in the future. So if you like patrol content, plenty of it. But I do have a Ford Territory Turbo, which is going to get some upgrades. Yeah, I have a Ford Territory Turbo. Jesus, I need a haircut too, pretty badly. Yeah, Ford Territory Turbo, which is the first episode. That's going to get some upgrades done to it in the future. That's what I have. I've got a Navara. That's my tow vehicle at the moment. That's got to get some work done to it too. It's due for a service and a few other little bits and pieces. I think what else I've got floating around here. Camper trailer's got to come in and get a heap of 12-volt work. So if you're interested in that, that'll be upcoming in the future to basically go through and rewire a lot of it. It's just cheap Chinese wiring in it, and I don't like it. So I'm going to go through and redo it, put lithium batteries in it, and sort of put all the solar on it and everything like that. The car that's going to be in the next episode, well, you'll see that next episode. I only just finished building that a few months ago, I think it was. I haven't had a car like something to cruise around in for a long time, so I was sort of pretty stoked that I got it on the road, and I built that from scratch pretty much. Like, I've done everything. I didn't know what I was doing. I built the engine and everything, but I'll go through that on the next one when I bring it in to do some work on it. We'll do a bit of a walk around and what I've done to that. It's no show pony. It's just a cruiser, which is exactly what I wanted it for. It's just comfy and a bit of fun. The car that's under the cover in here, I've had that since I was 19. It's been on and off the road for probably the first 7 years I owned it. And yeah, now it's been tucked away, and finally getting time to get in and build it. Hopefully that'll be end of this year. Hopefully I'll get that sort of started working on that, maybe a bit earlier. I've got a friend that's going to come up and show me how to set my welder up to weld sheet metal, because it needs a little bit of sheet metal work. Just yeah, not rusty or anything, just stuff that I've done when I was 19 I'm not proud of. But yeah, hopefully I'll get it all fixed, and I'll do other stuff that I'm not proud of when I'm 40. Well, 43. So yeah, old. The V8 GU Patrol, or GQ Patrol that I'm building, I was supposed to have that ready for the 17th of May. I think it's nearly the start of May now. I don't know if I'll get that going. This mezzanine floor and sorting this shit out is a bit more important at the moment. We've my wife's just started another little business, and it's taking up a fair bit of space, so I sort of need to clear out the under the house for her stuff. So I've got to get, that's more important at this stage. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it built. It would have been nice to take it out. It still might happen if I put in some late nights and just get stuck into it, but we'll see what happens. I've only got this gold patrol and one more patrol to completely strip down, and then I'm out of cars to pull apart until I buy another one. So I'm sort of going to hold off buying anything for a little bit, just to give myself some more time to catch up on my own projects. I sort of go through stages where I do my own for a little bit, then go buy a parts car and strip that down or fix it depending on what needs to be done to it. There's a patrol that you could see in the background before, the white one outside. That's supposed to be a parter, but it's a little bit too clean, so I've got to do an engine swap and everything in that, which I'll do that on the channel too, because I'm sure people are going to be interested to see that one, as it's a common fault with most ZD30 engines. That needs to be swapped over in it. Well, the whole engine needs to be swapped, but the engine that I've got's got another common fault. And yeah, working on two stuffed ZDs to make two stuffed ZDs to make one good ZD, if that's possible. I doubt it. So, and then I am going to be on the hunt for hopefully a cleanish TI patrol, or maybe a Series 4, and just to do a TD swap, because I have one sitting around here which happy if I sell it before then, the engine, but I want too much money for it, and I know it. So if someone wants to pay good money for it, yeah, great. If they don't care. I'll put it into another patrol and sell it as a converted TD42 patrol, and hopefully make a bit of money out of it to go back into these other projects that I've got here. Well, I'll might put the camera down and do a bit more of a clean up, then we'll go back through some of the crap that I have here. I won't go drawer for drawer or anything, but I'll at least do a little bit of a walk around, a bit more in depth of what I've already done. Said it's a half-ass shed tour, but I can't move in here at the moment to actually do anything, so put the camera down and get stuck into it. Well, I've done a bit of a clean up now, so I'll give you a bit of a look around. It's not much yet. I'm about to go through and start sorting my tools out, and I'll realise that the two black boxes that I had are actually different. So I'm going to go buy another one tomorrow morning, and so I can sort my tools out and start moving all that around. Probably shouldn't be really doing this right now, but I'll just try to clean this crap up. I'll just flick you around now so I can show you what I've done. As you can see, all that mess, well, yeah, the mess in the middle's gone. Just got that Newt's black toolbox. I'll go get another one tomorrow. They're just from Trade Tools. I thought they were on special, but they're not at the moment, so it sucks. But this is just all my electrical stuff. So, like all my Deutsch connectors and heat shrink and all that sort of gear, and all my tools are in the end cabinet. I might go through all that one day. And yeah, just a bench to pull oily stuff down. I've got to clean that up still. I find this little tool trolley is really handy when I'm working on cars. Grab a few tools and can wander around with those. That's that other toolbox that I was going to use, but it's not as tall. Still the same amount of drawers, but just got to close the cupboard. Yeah, still the same amount of drawers, but just not the same height. Gotta love cheap bloody cabinets. Yeah, I've got this little sort of trolley I bought years ago. I think I paid like 20 or 30 bucks for it. I'm just gonna put a bit thicker bench on it and then rebolt all the stuff down. It's just easy. I can move it all around, and if I need to move it outside or wherever, I can move it, which is handy. This box will be gone. I'm giving it to a good mate of mine. At the moment, it's just got all my welding supplies. These two boxes here, they're just full of crap. Like all my engine tools, big grinders, and I think the bottom one's air tools and all charging stuff. Just like extra sockets. Like what for? Just shit I end up with. All my charging station where I just charge everything. Another cabinet full of tools. This is why I've had that box for like 20 years now. So I just keep it around. It's a good box. Wish I could have bought a couple of those, but oh well. Let's get this camera to catch up. Then I've got all those storage cases that I've got a rack getting built for them all. So they'll tidy them up. There's an old 28 horsepower Kawasaki engine I've got to put a new rod in one day. Blew it up. So still ran fine, just missing a rod. So I got my computer in the corner here. It's handy going on the net and stuff. All these drawers are just drill drawer. I think the middle one's just random, and I don't know. I don't even know what half the stuff is anymore. If I'm looking for something like rivets and stuff. I'm going to put this red box is going to go on top of the black one, and same with that red one too. So I'll put that over onto this one, and that should give you ample storage to fit the tools that I need on a day-to-day basis, because I'll have two setups, two black boxes with the two red ones on top. I think that'll be plenty for my tools, because at the moment I've got to walk over there and then over to here to get tools. That's got most of my main stuff in it. As I said, I just don't like the box. It's just shit. Milwaukee should stick to making power tools and give up on all the other stuff, I reckon. But yeah, just shit. Like, you pull it out, it comes 3/4 of the way out, and then wants to go back in all the time. You really got to reef it out to get to the stuff right at the back. And this socket one's just the same. It's just flimsy and wobbly, and for how much it was, waste of money. So I'm happy just buying the cheap trade tool boxes. They work. But yeah, that's the first of the tidy up. Oh, that cabinet over in the corner, I just carry all my new parts, I suppose. They're going into the builds that I've got going on. As I order parts, I just throw them in there so I don't lose them. And then that grey cabinet over there is just full of cleaning materials, and then the three black cabinets are just full of like household stuff, to like mower parts and things like that, like stuff to work on the house. But I'll as I said, I'll do a more in-depth one. As I said, I'll do a more in-depth one later on, once I've got it all sorted. But I think that'll leave it here for this episode, and I'll try and think what I'm going to do next. I'll set these toolboxes up, tidy that corner up I was showing you I want to get rid of, with the bench. I'll move it all around. I'll show you what I do to that once it's done. And who else? I was going to work on my toy or my cruiser next episode, but I think things have changed. I think I'm just going to do the power steering delete on it only, just so I can use it this weekend as Ippy fat laps are on, and I want to go to that. So I'm just going to do the power steering delete, because that's all it needs to be done for the car to drive again, as the power steering pump sort of seized and dropped all the oil out of it, which was handy. It never worked from the start. The box leaked out, and I'm not a big fan of power steering on it anyway. I don't really need it. Yeah, so I'll leave you with this one, and see you on the next one, I guess. Thanks, guys.